Paralogue 7 is the second of only 2 desert maps in the entire game. Much like Chapter 8, there are dragon veins scattered across the map that turn all surrounding desert tiles into plains tiles. They're a lot more useful in this map because there are a lot more powerful enemies scattered across the land, and having unrestricted movement is really the only way to gain map control quickly. In the center of the map is our new recruit, Shiro. Shiro is surrounded on all sides by enemy forces. They all have higher movement than him, and in the case of the Master Ninjas, they all have better attacking range. As a green unit, Shiro will not only try to attack into enemies in his range, but he's going to actively go away from our army in pursuit of the boss, Tarba. In most playthroughs, it's easy to just pair up Ryoma with a flyer and talk to him on turn 1. But obviously, that's really hard to do under my restrictions. Instead, I had to purchase a rescue rod from the rod shop in order to pull him out of danger, as otherwise I won't be able to reach him before he kills himself. Of course, from his parents, he's inherited Soul from Felicia and Vantage from Ryoma. The other skills aren't nearly as good, but if you want to increase Shiro's chances at surviving the first ally phase, it isn't always a terrible idea to give him Duelist Blow instead of Vantage. The boss, Tarba, can be scary on this map. He's another capturable boss, and he comes with a killer axe that can be very dangerous when combined with his high strength and skill stats. It's also kind of hard to kill him. He has respectable defense, passable resistance, and a monstrous HP stat. Out of all the named units in Fates, I believe Tarba has the highest base HP out of every unit in the game. Since I'm playing this paralogue at chapter 21, named bosses are all set to level 18. And at this point, he's only 5 points away from his HP cap. Keep in mind he's also a berserker, meaning that once he levels up once, he's going to get HP plus 5. Now that that's all taken care of, it's time to do some reclassing. First up is Sophie, who will be going into Hero for Strong Riposte and Soul. She will reach her S support with Asugi on this map, so she really never has to be deployed again, and I'm free to stop giving her resources completely, but that's not nearly as fun. Next up is Mitama, who will reclass into a Mechanist. This isn't really for skills at all, but I guess Golem Bane will help a little bit in chapter 21. It's more for the fact that Mechanist is just a better class for what I want her stats to be like. More strength, more skill, less magic, more defense, and that extra move will come in handy on this map. Coming off the bench is Hayato. Hayato will try to make a mad dash to level 15 throughout the paralogs in order to give Quixotic to his daughter, which is a crucial skill for fixing up her hit rates. This may look silly to start building towards now, but it actually is not going to be too difficult to train him up. Because he's only level 12 unpromoted, he'll gain experience much faster than all the other units, and if I bring him to all shared route paralogs, he can feed off the high level enemies there. He should reach level 15 in just 3 maps, with enough favoritism. I did just say that I wanted him to get Quixotic, but I'm actually going to start by having him go into Onmyoji. Why? Well, Onmyojis don't have restricted movement in deserts, but Beisara's do. If he went into Beisara now, all he'd do is cause me to spend almost the entire map accounting for his low movement, which would result in several turns of running away just to lead enemies into a favorable position for him. His unrestricted movement allows me to play much more aggressively, which is way more fun to plan, play, and probably watch. Immediately, there's a Sorcerer and Onmyoji that cover our entire starting positions, so I want to get rid of those two first. The sorcerer on the right can only be attacked from 2 tiles away if I don't want to trigger the entire berserker squad over there. This is the perfect job for a master ninja.
I'll tag along. Are you ready for this? Victory is sweet.
The second Onmyoji presents a perfect opportunity to give some experience to Hayato. We'll first need to weaken it though. Jakob can get to work on that using Azura's dual strike, as they won't have many opportunities to fight together in this map.
This should help. Help is coming. Here we go. I see it. You're no match for me.
Directly north is a third Onmyoji that can just barely reach the tile next to Jakob. I want to give rally luck to Jakob and Ryoma anyways, so I might as well have Mitama do it in a spot that can take care of one of the bigger problem enemies. Corrin goes next to Mitama and uses rally skill for both Mitama and Ryoma. Now that Ryoma's gotten his rallies, I want him to go in range of the sniper to make room in the middle area for next turn.
Stand strong.
Backing him up will be Silas. Now, there is one remaining threat with this formation, being the Onmyoji close to the sniper. That Onmyoji has a lot of targets, and combined with dual strikes, he can just kill one of my units. The only way to prevent that is to stop him from moving entirely. You can't get a free staff in Birthright, but what you can get is a Silence Rod, which will remove the Onmyoji's only way of attacking. If he can't attack, he just won't move at all, which is much more preferable, as it will not only prevent my own units from dying, but it will also keep the Onmyoji in a very convenient spot for next turn.
Poetry in motion.
It's okay if Ryoma takes damage here. It won't cause any major differences aside from needing to dodge a low % crit later.
Ready for this?
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about the enemy's crit chance here. I just have to get lucky. I want to say that it's very lucky that Shiro is a Birthright kid and not a Conquest kid. If this were Conquest, he would be given an Iron Lance instead of an Iron Naginata, which would remove the +1 defense boost that he gets from his weapon. If that were the case, he wouldn't be able to survive that hero. Also, if he didn't crit, Shiro applying Seal Defense on this hero actually makes things a lot simpler for me later on. I don't have to worry about it now though. I do need Shiro to get out of there immediately, so I have Orochi pair up with Takumi and uses unrestricted 7 movement to barely reach a spot that I can rescue Shiro from. I need to make sure that Orochi is holding the Calamity Gate here too, since she will be attacked by one ninja on enemy phase, and will die if she's at disadvantage. Shiro is still a green unit, so I need to have Ryoma go talk to him. He can pair up with Silas to reach him.
Together we shall prevail. Shiro.
Dad?
After giving Silas to Shiro, Ryoma can one-shot the Onmyoji we froze on turn 1.
You have breathed your last.
The Master Ninja next to Orochi has to go now, since my army can't survive its attacks paired with the Master Ninjas to the north. I want to have Corrin do that, but he's unable to reach thanks to desert movement. That's what the Dragon Veins are for. Corrin also makes Ryoma hold the dual katana for weapon triangle advantage. Now we've created a tiny safe space in the center of the map. Shiro can use that to unpair himself from Silas. Orochi is still in range of one Master Ninja, which she can survive just fine as long as it doesn't crit her. But she's still paired up with Takumi, so I'll need to have a unit remedy that before enemy phase. I'll have Mitama do that with her high movement, but I first need to have her chip the Oni Chieftain with Jacob's dual strike to set up a kill for Hayato. Then Azura will sing to her. Azura is 1 point of movement short from reaching Mitama. We'll need to get her a movement pair up. Luckily, we still have one available.
Will you be my squire? Let's go.
Before singing, Azura needs to unequip her weapons as to not accidentally dual strike while paired up.
Victory is
Mitama can now go under Orochi and drop Takumi in range of a Berserker. This may look stupid, but the Berserker has no crit on Takumi and can't dual strike with anyone else in his group. The enemies down there are going to head towards my squad anyways, even if I don't go in their range, so this just weakens the Berserker up for an easier player phase. The enemies will move randomly here, in particular the Oni Chieftain, who will at most times head left, but sometimes will head north. Ideally, he heads north, but since it's more likely that he goes to the west with the rest of his group, I just made a strategy for both outcomes.
Let's fight together.
I need to make sure that I attack the weak Oni Chieftain from 2 range with Hayato, as that way he'll only be in range of 1 attack. He will be in range of 2 separate Oni Chieftains regardless, but one of them will block the other from moving as neither want to move into dual strike on Hayato. Hayato can only live 1 hit, so this works out greatly.
Allow me to join.
learned your lesson?
Let's go. We won't give up. This is my game. You'll be all right.
We can do this. I will be your support. You will pay for this?
Surrounding my army are 10 enemies coming from basically all sides. Thankfully, thanks to desert movement, the 3 enemies below the Berserker still need to take an extra turn to reach me. Takumi runs away to fight the hero that Shiro fought a couple turns ago. Unfortunately, because Shiro got a critical hit, it denies Silas some experience from dual striking. Silas doesn't really need any more experience, however. He's only here for the 4 days.
That was easy.
Silas now goes away to help clear out the Master Ninjas to the north, impressively having perfect hit on it.
Please, accept my help. Stay alert. I'll finish this. I won't fail again.
Orochi kills the Master Ninja she fought on enemy phase.
You'll be all right.
Now you've upset me. As I expected.
Now that Orochi doesn't need the Calamity Gate anymore, Mitama can use her Rat Spirit dual strike to kill the Berserker.
Let's move like Florida. Right beside you. I'll write an epic about this.
Mitama is still in range of the Oni Chieftain, and the Berserker will also move into dual strike. In order for her to survive that, Mitama needed to grab an HP and defense tonic. She'll survive on just 7 HP, which does sound like I'll only need a defense tonic, but remember that she has Potent Potion, meaning HP tonics give her 7 HP instead of 5. Without it, she exactly dies. Sophie heads north to set up a kill for Hayato.
I'll go with you. Take this!
Hayato moves above Jacob and kills the weak Oni chieftain.
Be steadfast. So weak.
Jacob can now go above Azura and weaken the Oni chieftain while adjacent to him. I do need to avoid landing 2 crits here, but I can afford to hit one of them. Since Jacob didn't get a critical hit, Hayato can't do enough damage with just the Rat Spirit, and would need to use a less accurate weapon normally. However, Hinoka can move under the sniper and kill it, which will apply her personal aura to the tile that Hayato wants to attack from. That way, he can still use the Rat Spirit.
Okay.
I can be of service. You have my support. You're good. Very good.
Hayato is getting Rally Luck and Miracle here despite promoting from Diviner because he married Sakura, and as a result has access to the Monk class, which also promotes into Onmyoji. Corrin can now move above Hinoka to finish off the final Master Ninja. Hinoka only having 89% displayed hit may look a little shaky, but the real odds of her hitting that are actually 96%.
How'd you do that?
Ryoma moves under Takumi, and Shiro will take his place and promote.
This is gonna be good.
Shiro's options are between Spearmaster and Beisara. Neither classes are going to be something he'll want to stay in, so it's just a matter of which class would he benefit from the most. And the answer to that question is Beisara. On top of getting access to scrolls for a very brief period of time, he'll also get an instant D rank in tomes, and Rin Heaven. Rin Heaven itself probably won't be very useful, but getting it out of the way now means that eventually down the line, I'll be able to reclass him back into Beisara for 1 level, grab Quixotic, and then immediately go back into Butler, which would be the class that he wants to stay in for most of his time here. Hayato can move to Silas's right and kill the weakened hero.
You're not alone. Don't take all the glory.
Well, you're strong.
Azura moves under Hayato, finally transfers away Asugi, and then sings to Hayato so he can kill a second enemy on this turn. Before Hayato can do that, Orochi needs to weaken the close by Oni chieftain as Hayato alone doesn't deal enough damage.
We won't lose.
Takumi moves under Hayato to chip the Berserker in order to get Hayato a little bit of extra experience. Takumi's high damage output, along with Poison Strike that I'll get from this level up, can also help set up a 3rd kill for Hayato on this turn. For Hayato to be able to kill the Berserker, I need to do some shelter singing. Silas will go under Azura and shelter, then Sophie will take
Together
her
we
and
shall
switch to
prevail.
sing to Hayato.
Are you ready for this?
It's
Let's
important
make
that
this quick.
Hayato attacks from below Takumi, and not from Takumi's right, as that's where I want Corrin to go after pairing up with Ryoma.
Learned your lesson? Stiff upper lip.
I believe in you.
Let's have at it.
Corrin gives Hinoka to Takumi, and then Mitama kills the last enemy down here.
Starcrust.
Let's go. We're not done yet.
Victory shines like the stars.
All the rest of my units work on getting everyone unpaired.
We can do this.
Shiro uses the Dragon Vein for easier movement on my grounded units, now that we have map control. The two units approaching from the south are bow locked, meaning I can easily bait them out from 2 range or wait for them to get close and kill them at 1 range. In the case of the Adventurer, I'm able to have Ryoma fight adjacent to both Corrin and Silas to pursue both of those A supports, and then I'll let the sniper simply get close to my army.
I've been waiting for this. We can do this together.
Enemy spotted.
Asugi heads north
Don't
to fight
overdo
the Onmyoji and reach level 5.
Yep.
The sniper he's in range of has a silver Yumi, and with S-rank weapon triangle advantage, he can kill Asugi. I'll need to find a way to either get Asugi out of there or trade over
Please
the dual
remain
shuriken
calm.
to him. I'll go with the latter. Orochi heals Asugi back to full HP, then Takumi will go just barely
My
outside
bow
of
is
enemy
yours.
range. After getting refreshed, Jacob will be able to
You
reach
have
the
my
tile
support.
above Takumi, give Asugi the dual shuriken, and then pair up with Takumi to get out of enemy range. After that, they can get separated by one of my other units.
We won't lose.
This will be enjoyable.
Will you be my squire? I can protect you. All right.
This is gonna be tasty. Is it snack time yet?
I'm here to help. You fought bravely.
Corrin goes
I
directly
believe
above
in
the sniper and chips it with the Kodachi. I would like to have Hayato chip, but not kill this sniper. But unfortunately, Hayato's personal skill being active makes that setup a bit difficult, since I can't really afford to purchase a weaker tome, and I'd need to do that even if I take off Magic Plus 2. Instead, I'll have to settle for just not having him attack. I'll have Mitama kill the sniper by pairing up with Silas, then transferring Silas over to Ryoma, who will go above where Mitama wants to go, and then she'll kill while adjacent to Corrin.
Ready for this?
I am richer for the experience.
Hayato can
No
unpair
dying on
Silas
me.
and Ryoma. Shiro's going to head south with his father's group, and my other Gen 2 units will head north towards the sorcerers close to Tarba. The rest of my units, Hinoka, Takumi, Orochi, Jacob, and Azura, will all go through the middle to intercept the enemies who will soon start moving over there. If the sniper had lived Asugi's attack last turn, I'd have Hinoka clean up.
Not again. This should be simple.
Be careful.
Is there a plan? Well,
The sorcerer in the middle can either choose to go north or south. Here it chose to go south, which is a little unfortunate because I would have liked to have Asugi and Sophie fight them alongside the two sorcerers near Tarba. Instead of that, I had to improvise a setup, as I hadn't experienced the sorcerer ever going south until this recording. I first have Asugi and Sophie enemy phase the two near Tarba anyways to make it simpler for myself. In the south, I have Shiro use the Dragon Vein to improve my movement here.
you're on!
Silas will use
Together we
Hayato's
shall
Dual
prevail.
Strike to weaken the Berserker, then Hayato will be able to kill the Berserker on his action.
We won't lose.
Wow.
Enemy spotted.
Luckily, he one-shots anyways thanks to his personal skill. This will get him Rally Magic, which is a very useful skill for helping set up an easy Orochi capture on Tarba.
So weak.
Mitama can barely reach the adventurer from the spot, but in order to kill, she still needs
Here I
to
am.
dual strike with another unit.
Ready for this?
The unit of choice for that is
I've got your
naturally
back.
Corrin.
Trouble rarely travels alone.
I'm here to help. This is my chance.
Poetry in motion.
The sorcerer wasn't expected to go this way, but luckily all of my units down there can counterattack the sorcerer. A slightly spoiler that he will choose to attack Mitama, which is honestly ideal. Takumi will go in range of the adventurer, but not the berserker or sorcerer. I want to
I'll
lure
back
the
you up.
adventurer somewhat close to Sophie in order to give her the experience she'll lose out from the sorcerer going to Mitama instead.
You have my support.
You have my support.
This will be enjoyable.
I won't let them. Good night.
That is annoying, but Sophie should still get enough
Like taking candy
experience.
from a baby.
I'll do my best. We've got this. Back to sleep now.
Sophie heads
Are you
south
ready
to
for
kill the
this?
adventurer immediately.
I did it! I did it!
For the Berserker, I'll first have Jakob weaken it with
Help is
Azura's dual
coming.
strike, and then Hinoka kill it
You
with
may
her
rely
Raskin.
on me.
Let's go.
Allow me to join you.
We can do this. It's my turn. Stay focused.
Originally, I was going to have Takumi use the Dragon Vein here, but then I thought to myself that it might be a good idea to
Here we
sing
go.
to Sophie and have her go back up
I'm
to fight
coming
the
with you.
sorcerer on enemy phase.
I'm here with you. I
She
can do
can't quite
this.
reach the sorcerer with her current movement, but we can bait the sorcerer into attacking Sophie this turn by having
got this
Sophie and
handled.
Asugi block the path to Azura, making it safe. The rest of my units will head north towards Targa.
Delighted to help
This
you.
will take a moment.
This is gonna be good. I welcome the challenge. I've got your back. We won't give up. You're not alone.
Let me help you. Do something!
When does it get easy? Need some help? All right.
I don't take orders.
I'll back you up.
Let's give it a go. Stay alert. Ready for this? You may rely on me.
We can do this.
This will be enjoyable.
We've got this.
We can do this together.
We won't lose.
We have no choice.
Again?
Takumi uses the Dragon Vein here in order to mess with the AI a bit. By putting Ryoma in range of
I've
the
got your
enemy
back.
under Tarba, we can trick Tarba
Let's go.
into not wanting to dual strike because of the fact that Ryoma has very, very high avoid against this killer axe. This will instead bait the other
we
enemy
go.
into dual striking against Ryoma, and Tarba
Oh,
will
what
stay
fun.
completely still.
Let's have at it.
Be careful.
No need to worry.
You'll be all right. We're done here.
For this hero, I chose to
Here I
feed
am.
the kill to Mitama using Corrin's dual strike. Arguably, there were other better candidates for this kill. In post, I really should have given it to
I
Hayato,
believe in you.
but I guess that's a problem for
I will
future
observe
me to
from here.
fix. One kill shouldn't end up mattering in the long run anyways.
I'm with you. This is my I'm coming with you.
Don't make me laugh. I'll do my best.
It's my duty to help. Here we go.
You have my support.
Let's go.
You're not alone.
Before killing Tarba, I have Sophie chip him with the Kodachi in order to get stronger posts. Takumi can now move forward to apply more damage on top of Poison Strike.
Keep it together.
Finally, Orochi goes in for the capture, with a lot of overkill.
Oh, what fun!
We're not alone. Oh!
Next time, we finally get our moneymaker. See you then.